Hey guys, what's up? It's Vampire Bride. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to combat motion sickness while gaming. I hope you enjoy the video. Getting motion sickness while gaming is not an issue for everyone, but for those of us who have this issue, it can make it really hard to game. Yeah, I know, no gamer wants to admit to getting motion sickness while gaming because it's not hardcore or whatever the reason may be. But it happens. Personally, I deal with it frequently. So I've been looking up tips on how to combat motion sickness and trying them out, because giving up gaming is just not an option. First off, why do we even get motion sickness while gaming? After all, we aren't even moving. Well, that's just it. See, your brain is recognizing your eyes, seeing all of this movement, but yet your body isn't moving, and that causes confusion in your brain, causing you to feel motion sickness, causing you to feel weak, dizzy, and nauseous. So here are some tips to help combat motion sickness. Number one is have some light on in the room. I know that most gamers tend to prefer to play their games in the dark, but having a different light source on in the room besides the screen that you'll be staring at can help you to not get motion sick. Number two, sitting a little bit away from your computer screen and adjusting the field of view can help you to combat motion sickness. A 60-degree field of view is common for console gaming, while an 80 to 100-degree field of view is common when PC gaming. With many games, you can adjust the field of view in the settings. However, you have to be careful. Having too high or too low of a field of view can cause problems. Having too low a field of view can cause too much unnecessary movement on your screen. And having too high of a field of view can cause distortion on your screen. Going into your game settings and adjusting the field of view may be able to buy you some relief and help you to not get motion sickness while you play a game. Also, sometimes in game settings, there is an option to turn off camera shake, which can be a complete game changer by giving the game a more realistic view. Number three is figuring out which games make your motion sickness the worst. In doing so, you can stay away from those games if possible. For example, when I play first-person shooter games, my motion sickness will hit within minutes. When playing a third-person shooter game, my motion sickness is usually not as bad. So when the option is given, I will choose to play in third-person view, which luckily is my preferred way to play anyway. Number four is frame rate. A lower frames per second can cause motion sickness, as well as drops in frame rate and screen tearing. For me, higher frames per second seems to worsen my motion sickness. When I play on consoles, I don't usually get motion sick, except for when I started playing Mass Effect for the first time on the Xbox 360. But when I play PC games, I tend to get motion sick within minutes. Whereas on emulators and other lower frame per second games, I usually do just fine. Number five is to focus your eyes on a certain spot on the screen. Move your eyes as you move your camera, so that your eyes aren't moving separately as your camera looks all around. This causes a little bit less confusion in your brain, allowing you to not get motion sick as quickly. And lastly, I have the tip that has helped me the most, though it can be a difficult process. Number six is power through. Yeah, it sounds simple, but once the nausea and weakness hit, it is not as easy as it seems. Basically, this tip is what it sounds like. Keep playing until you can't play anymore. Don't give up as soon as the motion sickness kicks in, though that would be instinctive. Once you absolutely need to, put the game down, but don't quit. Pick that game back up as soon as you feel well enough to do so. For me personally, I would play the game as long as I could at night. I'd go to sleep, and the next night I would do the same thing all over again. It sounds crazy, but it really does work. There is a huge downside to this method though. Even after you knock out the motion sickness in games, if you stop playing the games that make you motion sick for a long enough period of time, the motion sickness will return and you'll have to start the process all over again. This has happened to me recently. I got really into playing Zelda Wind Waker, and then it was Breath of the Wild, and there were some other console games, and I didn't play the games on the PC as much that make me feel sick. So the motion sickness returned and got worse again. I am now unable to play most games on my PC, including games like Ukulele without feeling motion sick minutes into the game. Lately I've been trying to go through the Resident Evil 2 remake, but it has been quite the task with the motion sickness. So I have to start the process all over again, which is part of why I wanted to make this video. That's all the tips I have for now on combating motion sickness. If you have any further tips, please leave them in the comments below. I hope this video helps, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe for more videos to come.